happy Saturday. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. When you jump on, say hey, hit the heart button, comment vintage. Look how cute these finds are. I got these from Amazon. They are in my Amazon link. These little plants are so stinking cute. I got 2 of them, and I actually got bigger pots I was gonna put them in, but I got them too big because I never measure. I'm terrible. But I actually really like the black, and these are like actually plastic, but we're gonna kind of vintage them up, and we're gonna put a transfer on them. And then I got this mirror. I am loving like vintage mirrors right now, and this one actually has like a little kickstand, which I love. So we are going to look at, you can see me. We're gonna etch this. If you guys don't know, we actually offer Armor Etch. We have a couple partnerships. This one was actually our first one, Armor Etch. And so we're actually gonna etch a design. You can use Armor Etch with our transfers. It will not harm them. And we're gonna put a cute little design on here with Armor Etch. So that's what we're gonna start with. But when you guys jump on, say hey, hit the heart button. You're gonna comment vintage. Let me move this. V-I-N-T-A-G-E. Let me find myself. Hit the heart button, sprinkle, comment vintage. Let me share myself. Whew, I'm out of breath. Why am I out of breath? I'm okay. How are you? Hi, guys. I just got really out of breath all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. All right. Share that. Let me pin my comments. Hello, hello. I feel better today. I did my hair for the first time in a while. I'm going to a baby shower this afternoon. We're gonna do a couple more projects because, as you guys know, we're kind of redoing the inside of our like living room, dining room, kitchen area. So I need some more, you know, decorations. And I like to DIY my decorations because, you know, I can say, hey, I made that. So anyway, if you see the red live up here, I'm live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay. So comment hashtag replay. I am Brittany with Tilton Designs, all those good things, as you guys know. Like I said, all of the supplies I'm using, you can comment the word vintage. These are in my Amazon link. It's at the very bottom of the message. We're going to use 2 transfers. These are both available. We're going to use this one, which is called The Journey. We've used this big guy up here, but we're actually going to use this. So it's Welcome to Our Home. And then look at this down here. So we're going to do Welcome to Our Home, and then we're going to put this really pretty rose design underneath of it. So it's just gonna go down here at the bottom of our mirror with our Armor Etch. We're gonna etch it. And then this one is called Vintage Labels and Crowns. This is very like, we're gonna like make these kind of like French inspired. I think we're gonna use the, I don't know how you say it. I don't know. Let's do the Royal Honey, even though it doesn't make sense to be on a plant. I don't care. And then I don't know if I want to do the Grand, I don't know how you say it, Grand Patisserie, I don't know, or the Eau de Lavande. I don't know. We'll decide. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. I know I want to do the honey because it's got like a little ribbon on it, but what do you guys want to see? The Grand Patisserie? I'm not saying them right, I don't care. Or the Lavande, I don't know. Anyway, hi guys, how are you? So we're going to start with the Armor Etch because we have to let that sit on there for a little bit. Like I said, we've had Armor Etch for a while, you guys, if you aren't aware of that. And even before we partnered with Armor Etch, I actually used Armor Etch with our transfers. Completely safe with our transfers. It's not going to harm them. This mirror, I just took it out of the bubble wrap, but I can see it's got some fingerprints on it. So people ask me, which side of the fuzzing cloth do you fuzz with? The terry cloth side is the side I fuzz with. I really don't think it matters, but the other side is microfiber. That's the side I use to clean. So this has some like fingerprints and stuff. I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. Let me see if I have any like Windex, because it's got some spots. How is everybody? Thanks for jumping on. Somewhere I have Windex. Oh, here we go. Found some. I have Pledge, but you can do multi-surface. Hello, hello. How is everybody? This is dirty, but it should work. How is everyone? I am obsessed with these like vintage mirrors, you guys. I can't get enough of them. I just think they're so pretty. Like my taste has changed so much in the last like year. I don't know what that says about me. I don't know. My taste has changed. What's that say about me? I'm just loving like very vintage. I don't know. I'm just all about it right now. So very like vintage vibes, kind of French, cottagey, old farmhouse vibes. Not like chicken cow farmhouse, but... All right, got this all clean. Happy Saturday. All right, so then what we're gonna do is grab our transfer. And like I said, we're gonna use 2 separate parts of this size C, okay? And I'm still gonna fuzz it because we're putting it onto a hard surface and it's still gonna be sticky. So I'm actually gonna cut it apart because I haven't used this bottom part of my transfer yet. So if you guys are new, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. You can use them over and over again if you take good care of them. So just peel it up and put it on our fuzz cloth. Happy weekend. And then I'm gonna use this vintage kind of floral part down here, rose or whatever you wanna call it. You've always loved vintage like that? Yeah, I never used to. I actually used to not like the old vintage frame looking things. I was like, don't be mad when I say this, but it always felt very grandma to me. You know what I mean? It was just whatever. And now I love it. So, I don't know. Taste change, right? Thanks for the stars, Susan. So I'm going to fuzz this a couple times. It's my first time using this part of the transfer. But yes, taste change, right? It's kind of like gray. Like, I can remember years ago, everybody wanted everything to be beige, right? Like, everybody wanted everything to be beige. So I had beige furniture. Then all of a sudden, gray. Everybody wanted everything to be gray. So I painted everything gray, got rid of my beige furniture, got everything gray. Now I have gray furniture. I don't want gray. I want it to be like neutral. Like, to me, neutral, I want it to be like beige. And like, it's back to beige and like, but a different beige. I don't know. It's so weird. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. My perfect house has changed many times. Exactly. Thank you so much for the stars, you guys. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Thanks for sprinkling Sherry. Beth, it's in my Amazon link. You can comment the keyword. Yeah, tastes do change. That's for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, we are fuzzed. So now I'm just going to place it on here. Oh my gosh, it's like perfect. So I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to cut it even more because I want to put the rose like right underneath of it. It's not going to hurt anything. But I want the armor etch to sit the same amount of time, if that makes sense. And that's why Mark doesn't want a loan. I know! How dare he? No. I wouldn't do that anyway. Let me put the rose down first. That probably makes more sense, eh? We'll put the rose at the bottom. And then press her down. And then we'll put welcome to our home right above it. I have a couple of these mirrors in my bedroom, and one of them says, I think it says, suddenly you became my everything, or something like that. I can't remember what it says, but all right. Press that down. So we have it placed on there. So now we're gonna take our armor etch. I am doing better. Thank you guys so much for the stars. You guys, we're 60% of the way to a stars party. Let's see if we can do it. Mark's gonna be so mad if we get a stars party and he's not here. He's in the house doing taxes. How fun is that? You got your order from Etsy? Yay! Okay, so armor etch. You guys, you can read the instructions. You're not supposed to get this on your skin. I do have gloves out for when I wash it off. I'm not gonna put gloves on for this part. I'm just gonna open it up and get my brush out and brush her on. Isn't it cute? I like it. And we're gonna put it on pretty thick, okay? The key is to put it on pretty thick, and then you're supposed to let it sit. I think it says 3 to 4 minutes, so that's why, no, it says 1 to 3 minutes. And then it says using running water, rinse off armor etch cream. I don't think it needs to be running water. Like, we're just gonna do water, but we're gonna put it on thick, okay? Be careful because I do have a gap, so you don't want to have a line there. So don't get your armor etch there if you have a line like I do. But get your armor etch on there kind of thick like. Hi, Mary. We only have a minute and 40 seconds left. Let's see if we can get a stars party, my friends. Thank you to everybody who has sent stars. You guys are awesome. Yes, armor etch is pretty awesome. Let's get the stars party achieved. Yes, listen to Cindy. But have you guys seen these? Like, they're in Hobby Lobby a lot, these etched mirrors. But you can make your own with our transfers. And that Armor Etch does not hurt the transfers, which I think is pretty awesome. Hi, Mary. How are you? All right, now let's do our rose. I got some on here, but roses, I should say, huh? We haven't had a stars party in forever. We did it! Cindy, you did it! You're awesome. Thank you guys so much for the stars. We appreciate you so much. That just made my week. It's been a while since we had a stars party, so that means the world to us. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. So again, like obviously this is for glass, right? Like it's etching. So it says right on it, like don't use it on plastic or some Pyrex, not intended to etch large solid areas. Yes, we got a stars party. You guys are amazing. And I want to make sure you can see it, so I'm really putting it on thick. We're laying it on thick here, people. Okay, and then we're gonna let it sit. It says 1 to 3. I'll probably let it sit a little bit longer. I don't think we're gonna hurt it. Like, what's it gonna do? Etch it too much? I don't know. Has anybody ever etched too long? What's it gonna do? Anybody know? I'm just gonna throw this away. I don't know. Usually I save my sponge brushes, but you could paint the edge of the mirror if you wanted to, but I love the gold, so I'm leaving it. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. Mark's inside doing taxes. Isn't that fun? I'm glad I'm not. Mark does our taxes. Okay, so there is the first part that we're doing. That mirror, like I said, is from Amazon, and then these plants, I love these because these are very like real looking. These are also in my Amazon link. I got 2 of them. These are gonna go on either side of my entertainment center I got. And we're gonna kind of paint them, It's in my Amazon link. So comment the keyword, which is vintage. These are also in my Amazon link, these plants. And we're gonna make the pots kind of look like French pots, I guess. Good to see you too. So I love them. They're like very real looking. And then even in here, like it looks like real dirt kind of. So these are like plastic, but we're gonna take vanilla paste and we're gonna rub it on with a paper towel and kind of make it look, I don't know, you'll see. Yeah, poor Mark. You guys, he's fine. That's like the hardest thing he does is taxes. If he's listening, he's probably like, Brittany, really? Anyway, we're gonna take a paper towel. I don't know how this is gonna work. We're just gonna try, but we're going to apply some vanilla paste on here. And I'm just gonna kind of turn it. Oh, we're losing dirt. We're losing some of our dirt. We're just gonna kind of rub it on and see how it looks, okay? I have no idea what we're doing here. There's no rhyme or reason. Doesn't have to be perfect. It does the same if you let it sit for 1 minute or 5 minutes. Exactly, but yeah, but if you let it sit longer, I'm pretty sure it gets a little darker because I've done it before. Yes, comment vintage when you join. So we're gonna go around, apply this in spots, and I'm gonna go heavier in certain spots, lighter in others. You had to do yours last weekend. Yeah, so we have 2 businesses. It's a lot. Like I do feel for him. Trust me, it's not fun. But he doesn't want to hire anybody, so he wants to do them himself. So I don't really feel for him. I'll be honest with you. Like we could get somebody to do them. He wants to do them himself. He chooses this. He chooses this life. No, it's okay. He'll get it done. He gets it done every year. So I actually really like how it looks when you just kind of rub it all over everywhere, because the texture of this pot is like, it's porous. But see how that looks? Doesn't that look neat? Thanks so much for sprinkling. So I think we're just gonna go around the whole thing. I think I'm gonna need another jar of vanilla though. But we're just gonna kind of go around the whole thing with this. It is gonna look great. And then we're gonna do our like French inspired vintage label on each one of them. Each one of our plants, whatever I'm trying to say here, you guys. But the paper towel, like, I don't know, I feel like it applies it kind of evenly to each one. Does that make sense? Yeah, he likes a challenge, I guess. I guess that's what you would want to call it, huh? Okay, just keep going around. And we are gonna wax these afterwards, which will help us to make sure that we get those nice clean lines when we put our transfer on. Watching from the beach, I'm jealous. What's the temperature? It's not very warm here today. It's kind of chilly. The sun keeps trying to peek out, but then it goes away. So, not super nice here. I would have never thought to do that with a pot. Yes. You can also take, what is that stuff? Oh, I used it to make that pumpkin pie. Do you guys remember when I made that pumpkin pie? The plaster of Paris. I don't know what it's called. Plaster of Paris. You can like mix that with stuff, and you can mix that up and apply that to like terracotta pots. Do you make sweet pea? Oh, I love sweet pea. That's awesome. All right, and then I'm gonna kind of just go around the top a little bit here. 68, I would take 68. I'm gonna leave here. I gotta get my nails done. I haven't had my nails done in like 3 weeks. They're looking rough. So I'm gonna do that. It's a little self-care today. I feel like Saturdays, you should always do a little self-care. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go spend some time with my mama today. Then I'm going to the baby shower. Tomorrow, we are finally doing mystery bundles, you guys. So for those of you who ordered the Easter mystery bundle, we're finally gonna do that together. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm actually gonna post the next Easter mystery, or not Easter, the next mystery bundle. It's gonna be like an everyday one. I think you guys are really gonna like it. It's cute. I came up with this one too, and I like it a lot. It's a cute one. It's kind of vintagey, which is right up my alley. 55 on Long Island. I would take 55. It's not that warm here. I feel like it's, I don't know what it is. I should have looked at the temperature, but it's not very warm. How are we feeling? I think that looks good. A couple spots, I feel like I can kind of buff it out even more, but I like the look of that. Buffer out. Like if you get it too thick, you can just take the dry side of the paper towel and just kind of. So this is where we started. This is where we're at. That looks pretty good, don't you think? My self-care this morning on the treadmill watching you. You go, girl. I should be on the treadmill. I actually, so a lot of my team, they have a book club together. I'm in the book club. However, I haven't actually read any of the books because I just haven't, I would say had the time. I haven't made the time. I need to make the time. That's the problem. But I did make the time to get on and talk with them during their book club meeting today, which was nice. I was happy to spend some time with them today. So I did take the time to do that this morning. Hi, Vicki. All right, let's do the next one. And then we're gonna wipe our etch off after we paint this next one off of our mirror. And then we'll finish up our pots. If you guys are just jumping on, say hello, hit the heart button, comment vintage. We're doing up some projects for the house. You guys, I'm so excited. I actually ordered a new dining room table last night. It's really, really pretty. It looks like cement, does it? I wonder if that's just the camera because it doesn't really look like cement to me, but I do like it. I like the look of it. Maybe it kind of does. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. I love you too. Yeah, I need to read at some point. Laura's like the head. She kind of created the book club. I love her dearly, but yes, I do need to make the time to read. I felt so much better when I was walking every day, and I woke up in the morning, I was reading, taking the time to read, and I was walking. I felt so much better, but you know, life hasn't really been possible lately, but yes, comment vintage. How are you, Miss Kathy? All right, so we're just taking our paper towel, applying this all over. Woo! You could also put these into bigger pots even. Like I said, I had ordered bigger pots. You could just use this pot, or you could put them in bigger pots, and then you could just seal it with any kind of a sealer. You wouldn't even have to use ink. You could use paste and then just seal it, Gabriella. 70s, ooh, I wish it was 70s here. I'm to the bottom of this jar of vanilla, as you can tell. I need to get into these corners here. I'm making a huge mess. Hi, Barb. All right. We went to dinner last night, and I almost always ordered the filet at this restaurant. Like, that's my favorite thing. And I decided last night, for whatever reason, I don't know what possessed me, but I decided to order prime rib. I haven't had prime rib since I think I was like 17 years old, and I used to work at a Legion. And when I worked at the Legion, I started as a dishwasher, then I went to a waitress, and then I went to a cook, then I actually became a bartender. But when I was a waitress, no matter what I was, when we were there on Friday nights, we were able to get dinner. And when we were there, if we wanted to order steak, we had to pay extra. Like, we had to pay a little bit to get steak, but I would get prime rib there. And that was the last time I had prime rib. I liked the prime rib there, but then I really didn't like prime rib from anywhere else, so I never really got prime rib anywhere else. Okay, so the last time I had prime rib was back then. Like, I was probably 17 years old. So for some reason last night, something possessed me to order prime rib. It was disgusting. I don't know why I ordered prime rib. It was disgusting. The waitress was super sweet. She was trying to get me. She's like, I'll get you something else. And I was like, no, it was my fault. Like, I did it. I'm not one of those people. Like, I can't complain. Like, I'm not a complainer, especially if it's my fault. Like, you know, I'm the one that ordered it, and I knew, like, I almost knew I wasn't gonna like it. I don't know. Love vintage, but don't have much in my house. I know, that's me, right? Like, I'm slowly switching everything out. All right, so I'm just going back over, getting some spots that are a little bit too thick. And I kind of like how it's a little bit like the black stays up top a little bit. Do you normally eat rare meat? So no, they asked me how I wanted it, and I said medium well. And it was, I mean, it was a little bit under what I would normally want it to be. Like, it was still close, but I don't know. I was not a fan. I don't know. I really liked it from the restaurant, from the Legion when I was a kid. Like, the cook there, his name was Donnie, I remember. He made good prime rib, but the prime rib there I did not like. You have transfer you got for etching specifically? Yeah, there's some good ones. You guys, I think a project, I'm going to do it probably on Monday. You know, see this frame back here? I ordered another one specifically for this wall in my living room. And there's a transfer that came back that I adore. It's one of my all-time favorites. One of you might be able to guess it. Laura, I think maybe you might be able to guess it. It just came back, and it like snuck back. Like, I didn't know it was back until I just checked the other day. I've used it a lot of times. It's one of my all-time favorites. Maybe Laura can guess. It's a good one. But I'm gonna put it on this frame behind me. It's actually a size C. I'll give you that hint. We'll see if somebody can guess what it is. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and I'm trying to remember, do I peel the transfer up first? It's been so long since I did this. We're gonna peel it up first. I'm gonna put my gloves on, just because you're not supposed to get this on your skin. So if you guys missed it, this mirror is from my Amazon link. I have Armor Etch on here. This is on my chalk site as well. How warm does it get here there in the summer? It can get to 100 here in the summer. Like, it can get warm. And it gets humid here in the summer. That's the thing. Like, it gets very humid. So we have our Armor Etch on here. We're gonna peel our transfer up. And you wash these just like you would normally, okay? There's no difference. I'm just gonna throw it in my sink really quick. And then we'll peel our other one off. I can't eat prime rib, not enough for me. If it's done enough, then it tastes like roast. Yeah, but that's the thing. It was just, ugh. Yes, Laura, Etch Peonies. Etch Peonies is back. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's gonna go in my living room. That frame is also in my Amazon link, so comment, vintage, check your messenger. Okay, let's peel this one up. Oh, you guys, I got a tiny little dot right there. Oh no, I was so careful and I still got it on there. Darn it. All right. Well, that stinks. So now I'm just gonna take a paper towel and some water. Same in Tennessee, yeah. And now we're just gonna wipe it with some water, okay? can't believe I did that. Well, you can't see the line, but you can still see the little dot. It's okay. Yeah, same thing. It's in my Amazon link, so just comment the keyword, okay? It's okay. You can't really tell too much. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. So you just wipe it off. Again, you don't want to get the armor etch on your skin, so that's why I put gloves on. I'm actually just going to run it underwater really quick. Hold on. Just to make sure I get that all off. And then we'll just get it all dry here really quick. Yes, I'm so excited that Etch Peonies came back. And I didn't even know. Like, it just snuck under the radar. It's one of my all-time favorites. Such a good one. So this is going to go on one of my arch shelves. These little mirrors, I could have one of these. I might have one of these in every room in my house now, other than my kids' rooms. I'm currently obsessed with these. But do you see that? Look how cute that is. I'm still drying it, but I'm gonna grab my fuzz cloth. Again, this microfiber side works really well for this part to get like it super dry and streak free. So stinking cute. What do you guys think? Hit the heart button. Like, I have bigger mirrors in my house too. Like, I could do this with a saying and a, you know, like a bigger mirror. I love this. Love, love, love. I got that tiny little dot right there somehow. Yes, the Etch Peonies is one of my favorites. We got a little fog, but isn't that so cute? Can you see it? How pretty is that? I love it. And it's got a little kickstand. It also has a little sawtooth hanger. Either way, I'm trying to make it so you can, just like that. Isn't that so pretty? So there's our etched mirror. Now we got to finish up our pots. We're done with our armor etch for now. We're going to do more of those mirrors at some point. We'll do more in the house. So we're done with these. These should be dry. Yeah, they're dry. So this is the transfer we're going to use on our pots, okay? Let me just move this kind of to the side. We'll start with one. So I'm just going to wax these. The wax is going to cut, because these are kind of porous. They are plastic, like I said. But we're just going to take our surface wax, and it'll kind of help to, I'm trying to decide which way I want to have the pot. Like the front, because they're going to go on either side of my entertainment center. So I think if I have this one facing that direction and that one like that. So this will be the front and this will be the front. So I'm just going to wax right here on the front where I'm going to apply my transfer. And the best way when you're chalking on something that's kind of rounded is to actually take your fuzzing cloth and just lay it underneath of it. Kind of gives it something to sit on, you know? And so I told you guys, I'm gonna use this Royal Honey one, but tell me which one, I don't know, you guys, should I use, I think I kind of like the shape of this one, the Eau de Lavande or whatever, or should we do this one, the Grand Patisserie or whatever? We're gonna do the honey one for sure. Let me pull this one up. I'm just gonna fuzz this on my shirt because I have my fuzzing cloth used at the moment. And I'm just going to use black. I think that'll show up okay with that, right? You'll be able to see it. Will that show up enough, you think? I think it will. Actually, it might be a little bit too big. Oh my gosh. That one fits. Use pool noodles. No, that works too. Pool noodles. I really like this one, but it seems a little big. Maybe if I just don't chalk the top part of it. I waxed a big enough area. Nominee. I don't want a shimmer shadow. I'm really not a glittery gal. I'll be honest with you. Nominee. I don't know. Would that... I'm perplexed. I was wondering about Nominee too. You think Nominee will show up enough too? With this one, I'm probably gonna have to chalk a little bit as I go because of the way it's shaped. Think about which way the little lower branches are facing. Yeah, that's what I made it the way I want it to face. That's what I did. Maybe Nominee would work. Let's see. If it ends up being the way I don't like it, I can always the mirror's actually not gonna go next to these, but let's try Nominee. I was gonna do black, but the way I painted it wouldn't actually end up working, so I'm just gonna chalk the bottom part first. Let's see how this works. I think it'll work. So I'm just kind of pressing it down as I go because certain spots are kind of pulled up. So I gotta kind of chalk a little bit and then press it down, if that makes sense. Yeah, you do you, exactly. Exactly. Got a big old air bubble right there. Work with me here. There we go. All right. Get her all spread through. I think I'm just gonna kind of like stop it so it doesn't go to the very top because I think that would be weird because it'll be on that crease. So we'll just kind of stop it like right here, I think. Should I stop that at the same place? Yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Hopefully it's good. Let's peel it up. It's kind of hard to see, look. It's kind of what I was concerned about. What color would really show? I'm trying to think. That could always be the back now. That's the nice thing, is I could always make this the front. With the color of this, I know I want this to be the front because of the way this one's shaped. So I could just chalk a small area on this one. Mark, we're perplexed. Mark's bringing stuff out to eat. Hi, Holly.
Hi, guys.
All right, Nominee's not gonna work. That's out. Let's see if black will work. I feel like black's gonna work. Let me just try a small little area with black. I'm gonna just take this one. So I want this to be the front. So I'm gonna take this side, just do a small little area right here. This will be the back. I don't want peony. Peony doesn't match my house at all. No, I do not want to bite, but thank you. Black was what I was gonna go with originally. So let's go back to black and just see. Back to black. That's a song, isn't it? Black. I should have just stuck with my gut. Black shows up. There we go. We're going back to black. Can you do me a favor, honey, and clean that? I'm actually just going to take a baby wipe and see if that'll just wipe off quickly. I can always take my vanilla paste and kind of fix her back up. Black's is the original color, so we can fix her. We'll fix her right back up. We'll wipe it back off. What about Sweet Pea? I thought about it, but I think black's gonna be the way to go. I think it's what's really gonna show up on here. So I'm just gonna take a baby wipe that off. I used a wax applicator or wax on here so I can kind of wipe most of that off, and then I'll just take a paper towel and apply a little bit more vanilla to that. They are in my Amazon link. So just dry these spots really quick, and we'll take just a little bit more vanilla. How cute did our mirror turn out though? Mark, we etched it. Look.
How do you do that?
With the armor etch. Isn't that awesome?
It's like permanent?
Yeah. I folded to the peer pressure. No, actually I didn't. No, oh, with the nominee, yes. But I should have stuck with my original gut, you're right. You guys know I always just want to use nominee. That's the issue. All right, we're going to just apply a little bit more vanilla back over top. We got this. So we just took, originally, these were black. We just took a paper towel, if you guys missed that part. And we just applied the vanilla all over. Like so. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We appreciate it. Comment Vintage. We have an Etsy sale happening. It's for like a month. I don't even remember when it ends.
15th.
April 15th. Through Mark's birthday. Use the code THANKYOU15, all one word. And we have Perks Palooza happening all month. If you join our Perks program in the month of March, your April Perks Pass is free. And we have a ton of awesome like deals happening for Perks members, special bundles and things that only Perks members can get. So comment Vintage, check your messenger for that information. I'm just repainting these areas that we messed up on. What are you doing? Mark's over here doing some weird.
Do an office job.
Mark's over here doing some weird squats. I told him you were doing taxes.
And I just.
He can't handle it.
Hours already, and I gotta like take a break because I'm not built for that stuff.
Mark can't handle taxes.
Well, just like
He's doing squats.
sitting there staring. And,
Thank goodness he doesn't do an office job, friends.
Stretch it, guys. See, look at.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Anybody else's husbands? Yeah, husband's really weird. Like last night, we were on our way home from dinner, and he's pumping gas, and he like puts his leg up on the side of the car, and he's like doing these weird stretches. Like,
That's the hammies, babe.
husbands are so weird. Your birthday's a week from tomorrow? Well, happy early birthday. All right, repainted. We're ready to truck.
This one go here?
Yeah,
Why is that like smaller?
because I cut it
Oh.
to make it fit.
Confused.
Okay, nominees out. Let's fix this bad boy. So I'm just gonna dry this really fast. Your birthday is what? Today? Oh, April 14th. Day before Mark. Look at that.
Who's that?
Sally. Where did I just paint? Where's it wet? I just painted you. Right there. Because this is the front, correct? Correct. Look at me talking to myself. Yes, happy early birthday.
You know about that movie or
No. Oh my gosh. You guys, we watched a movie last night. If anybody's watched, somebody tell me if they watched the movie called The Substance.
It was really good ratings. So we're like, oh, we'll try that. It's pretty.
We watched it last night, and
You're very like.
my brain, the movie ended, and I sat there like, my mouth was on the floor. I don't even know how we finished it, but my mouth was on the floor. It was the weirdest movie I've ever watched. It was interesting, but then the end, I was just like, did anybody watch that?
If you don't like gore or blood, don't watch it.
I don't even know. Like, it was the craziest. The Substance. Somebody tell me they watched it because oh my gosh. The entire end, I had my head underneath the blankets.
Yes, you did.
Teresa, I don't know if you want to watch it. I had my head underneath the blankets for the entire last, 15 minutes.
And I was like, whoa.
Mark's, the noises alone, I was ready to throw up. I was like, what is going on right now? Okay, I didn't wax, did I? Anyway, somebody tell me they watched it. Yes, Demi Moore was in it. It was, oh my gosh. Somebody needs to tell me they watched it because
It's a really interesting, concept.
The concept was very interesting, but the end, I don't know why they needed to do that at the end. Hi, Donna, how are you? Okay, let's finish this up. Let's do. I really want to do this one. Please tell me about it. I can't. I can't. It was rough.
If you don't like gore, blood, nudity, pretty much everything, it's pretty crazy.
It was a lot.
Excuse me.
You want to watch it? Oh gosh. It was not what I was expecting. Like the concept, like he said, was very interesting. It was very interesting. And then White Lotus, we love White Lotus. Yeah, we actually watch, we are all caught up with White Lotus. It's on every Sunday, so we're ready to watch next week, or tomorrow's. We are very into White Lotus, actually. But Yellow Jackets, we watched Yellow Jackets, but I couldn't get into the second season of Yellow Jackets. I don't know why. All right, I'm putting down the Royal Honey one. We're going to finish this up, guys. Bear with me here. This is, like I said, it's just a little bit too big, so I kind of have to chalk a little bit, lay it back down kind of thing. Mark's in here eating. The movie was called The Substance. It's kind of about, like, aging. She was, like, an actress, and she was aging and didn't want to age kind of thing. The Pit on Max. We did the nominee. It didn't work. You couldn't read it. So that's why we took it off. Didn't work. We're pivoting. We wiped it off. Restarted. But again, with anything that's kind of rounded, you gotta kind of chalk a little bit at a time and kind of press it down as you go. Otherwise, you'll get little air bubbles. And that's why I'm using this fuzz cloth. Yeah, well, I didn't expect it to be what it was at the end. It was very, like, way beyond. Like, I don't mind scary movies, a little bit of gore, but this was, yeah.
Gore-tastic.
Mark sat there like, Mark loves that kind of stuff, and I was like, my mouth was on the floor, and I was covering my head. Not my cup of tea. If you like suspense movies, Prime just came out with a Tyler Perry movie, The Diversity. I'll have to check that out. I'm feeling good. Thank you, Sue. All right, let's peel it up. There we go.
Pretty.
Look how pretty.
You just need to get a bunch of them to set outside.
Love that. We'll just make a whole... No, I'm going to do the other one. Oh. All right, and then this is going to be the front of this one. I got to wax it really fast as it's dry. It is. And I think I'm just going to do the Eau de Lavande.
Oh, you're doing it for him?
Yeah. I just got wax all over the top. Or paste all over the top of that. There's a couple spots that bled a little bit, but I always say that just adds to the vintage vibe. Parker looks like his mama. Does he? Oh, I love that. Nobody's ever told me that. I'll take it. Hi, Holly. Oh, just watched that last night. All right, I think we're gonna go with this one, the Eau de Lavande Paris. Is that what I want to do? I think so. It's got like a little crown. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit of your Saturday. Like I said, if you guys ordered an Easter mystery bundle, tomorrow we'll be live to do those together. Hopefully you guys can make it. If you can't, it's okay. Replay will be available. And you'll be able to start ordering your mystery bundles for the next round. You'll be able to order for like a month, so it's not like it's a rush or anything, but I just want you guys to have the option to start ordering now, because then you get people, like, even after you take orders for a month, you'll get people that say, well, I never heard about it. So, you know, because Facebook doesn't, you know, with the algorithm and all that stuff. All right, we're going to start on this left side and work our way to the right. I'm really excited about, like I said, this frame behind me. I ordered another one of those, and we're going to do something really pretty for my living room. I'm excited about that. Have to work tomorrow. No worries. Hopefully the next one you can make it. I'm sorry if you could have made it last weekend and I had to change it, but got paste all over me. Mess. Trying to hold this down and chalk it at the same time is not always super easy. Do we get to watch? Oh, of course you do. Yeah, it's right on our page, Teresa. Yeah, you can absolutely watch. Yeah, can you hold it? That would be great. Thank you. Mark, this restaurant we go to makes them this gluten-free bread, and they put like onions and tomatoes on it and balsamic vinegar. Smells so bad, and he's in here eating it, and it's disgusting.
You can smell it.
Yes, I can smell it. It's nasty.
Sorry.
Oh, that one really got messed up. But it's just vintage. That's what we say. It's vintage. I still love it. Look at. Isn't that cute though? See how messed up the crown got? You can't even tell it's a crown. But I'll probably like sand it a little bit even more. And to me, you know what? It's okay. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, what time did I make it? 2 p.m. Eastern. What time are we going to your mom's? Right after?
After.
Okay. We're going to my in-laws tomorrow. Are we going for dinner, must be?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We are finally going to do Easter mystery bundles. It is a chalkboard. Yep. It's in my Amazon link, Debbie. It's under surfaces, as well as this mirror and these pots. Long Bright River on Peacock is good. I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to check that out. We were looking for a new show last night. That's why we ended up watching that movie. And I almost wish I hadn't watched that movie after watching it.
You try to find stuff. The problem is there's so many.
Yeah.
Like
and then you start watching one, you're like, oh, I don't like this. You know how that guy goes, guys. All right, here is our projects. They did bleed a little bit, but you guys know I love that. I don't mind bleeding. It used to stress me out when I first started as a designer, but let me try to move that so you can't really see the... Oh, look, you can see Mark. What do you guys think? Aren't they cute? I love them. Oh, look, hold on.
Can you see me?
Right? There. What do you guys think? Hit the heart button. Aren't they cute? I love them. I think they're adorable. So like I said, you guys, comment vintage, check your messenger. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you guys want to learn more about becoming a part of our crafting community, comment vintage. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm heading out to go meet my mama. I'm going to spend some time with her, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Love you guys.
Bye.